Hello, boys and girls from room 1. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We've got a lot to talk about today because it's sunny, the weather's good, things are growing. Let's say hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Let's do bubblegum real quick. Bubblegum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're all here. I'm looking out the window because there's 2 little birds making a nest in my birdhouse right outside my door. You're probably going to hear them go tweet, tweet, tweet. All right, let's look at the weather. Today is Thursday. It's very sunny outside today. It's kind of cool, but it is sunny, which is good. The plants will grow. It'll warm up the soil. I'm happy. Sunny day. All right, we have a lot to talk about. The first thing we're going to do is read our book, which is a fairy tale. Do you remember the fairy tales we read a couple weeks ago? We did the one about the troll and the 3 little billy goats gruff. Well, this one is called Jack and the Beanstalk, and I bet you've heard about it. The reason we're reading it, because it has a magic seed and something very fun happens. All right, here's our book. This is the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. It's another fairy tale. Jack and his mother were so poor they never had enough to eat. One morning they had nothing left at all. "You'll have to take the cow to the market and sell her," Jack's mother said sadly. On the way, Jack met a strange little man. "I'll give you these for your cow," said the little man, holding out 5 wrinkly dried beans. "I need money, not beans," said Jack. "Oh, but these are magic beans," said the little man. "If you plant them, they'll grow into a beanstalk as tall, and it will touch the sky." "Amazing," said Jack, and he gave his cow to the little man and took the beans and ran off home. But when he got home, he was in trouble, big trouble. "What have you done?" "Jack, we need money, not beans," cried his mother, and she threw the beans out the window. Poor Jack went to bed hungry and gloomier than ever. What were they to do? And in the morning, even his room seemed gloomy. The room seemed gloomy just a minute. Outside his window was a giant beanstalk, so tall it touched the sky. The little man was right, thought Jack. He scrambled onto the giant beanstalk and he climbed up and up and up. And there at the top he found a giant castle with a giantess in front of it. Jack gulped. His tummy rumbled. "Excuse me," he called out. "Please, could you spare some breakfast?" The giantess picked him up. "My husband munches and crunches little people like you," she said. "I'll give you breakfast, but you better be gone before my husband gets home." She whisked Jack inside and set him down next to an enormous, crusty loaf. Breakfast had never tasted so good. Then stomp, stomp, stomp. "Quickly, hide in here," the giantess said, stuffing Jack into a pot just as the giant strode into the kitchen. "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he live or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Where is he?" demanded the giant, and he started to search the table. "You're imagining things," said his wife. "Eat your breakfast while I bring you the hen." She returned with the hen and put it on the table. "Lay," commanded the giant. Clink! The bird laid a gleaming golden egg. With a grunt, the giant closed his eyes and began to snore. Shh! The giantess lifted Jack out of the pot. "Run for your life," she whispered. But Jack had his eyes on the hen. He grabbed the hen and fled for the door. The bird let out "Squawk," which woke up the giant, who saw Jack and let out a furious roar. Jack dived out the door and onto the beanstalk with the giant hot on his heels. Jack scrambled down the beanstalk as fast as his little legs could carry him. "What's going on?" shrieked his mother from below. "Is that a giant?" "Just bring the axes," Jack shouted. Jack and his mother chopped and chopped at the beanstalk. It creaked and it wobbled and it toppled over sideways. The giant was flung far over the hills. They never saw him again. As for Jack and his mother, they lived happily ever after. And each morning the hen laid a golden egg, so they grew richer, and Jack never climbed another beanstalk. And that's the end of our story. Magic. Magic beans. I want to see what you can do with a magic bean. That was a pretty neat thing that happened with that seed. We planted some seeds on Tuesday, and a few of them are popping up a little bit. They're too tiny to see, but maybe tomorrow at Zoom they'll have poked out of the dirt. But I wanted to show you the different parts of a plant when you plant a seed in the ground. The first thing that happens is it grows roots, and the roots go down into the dirt and hold the plant up. The next part is the stem. That's the strong part that holds up the plant. And the next part of the plant is the leaves. The leaves drink in the sunshine. They make photosynthesis. And then the last thing is the flower. And the flower is has seeds in it, but it also produces the fruit. Like on my cherry tree. I have a little piece of my cherry tree right here. And all these little blossoms will fall off, and the little buds behind the blossoms will turn into little red cherries. I have a whole tree full of little white flowers, which means I'm going to get lots of cherries on my cherry tree this year. I'm very excited. And then I planted a little pea seed in the ground, in some water. Remember the little pea seeds that we showed on the paper the other day? And this sprouted, and you can see the little yellow root that's coming out of it. See right there? And then the green shoot is going to be the stem and the leaves of the pea plant. Mr. Bell has planted peas in the garden, and we have lots of peas out there right now. But they're only about this big. As soon as the weather starts getting warmer, they'll start to grow. I also have something that I wanted to show you. Do you remember the French fries that we ate last year? This is a little shriveled up potato, and the eye of the potato grows a plant. These are the roots, and that will be the plant. All I have to do to get potatoes at the end of the summer is to go put this in some dirt. And it needs lots of dirt to grow because the potatoes grow down. So remember how we would put them into the stacked up tires, and we had a lot of dirt in the tires so the potatoes could grow down, and then in the fall when we dug everything up, we pulled the tires off and had to go digging through the dirt like a treasure to find the potatoes. So if you have one of these funny looking potatoes in your pantry, you could take this outside and put it in the garden and get some potatoes. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. Now, this is our art project for today. I want you to take a little seed, if you have one, and glue it on your piece of paper. If you don't have a seed, you can just draw a little seed. But I want you to make me a magic plant. Remember our silly book that we read on Tuesday about the pizza and the spaghetti tree? I want to see if you can make me a wonderful plant of this seed. And remember, the roots grow down and the stem goes up. And what else does a plant have? It has leaves. But maybe instead of a flower, you could make a donut bush, or you could make a lollipop tree, or you could make a cookie bush. Uh-oh, what are you going to make with your magic seed today? Jack and the Beanstalk had magic seeds, didn't he? I don't know. What can you make? Let's see. All right. Now, a real fun thing that we're going to do today is plant grass. Remember I said get a container. So you're going to get a container and fill it with some dirt. I've got some dirt over here in this big bucket. And I put a newspaper down because this can be messy. Right? Fill it up with some dirt like we did the other day with our egg carton. All right, then you're going to sprinkle some grass seed on top. And if you don't have grass seed, you know what you can do? You can go outside and dig up a little piece of your lawn and put it in your cup. Because I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it once it starts growing. All right, so here's my dirt, and I'm going to sprinkle some seeds on top, just like that. Grass seed grows really fast, so this is a fun project to do. I'm going to put just a little bit of dirt on top, just to cover it, keep the seeds from moving around. Remember, they're real little seeds. And then I've got some water. So I'm going to pour some water on it. And I'm going to put it in the window to grow. Okay? And I want you to keep it watered. And I want you to watch it. And this is a good thing to do with your grass seed, is put a little piece of saran wrap over it. It makes it like a little greenhouse. It'll keep it nice and moist. Put it in the window, and let's see what's going to happen in a few days. This is what happened to mine after I planted it. Do you see? See all the grass that came up? Isn't it silly? And then I painted a funny face on the front of the cup. But you know what? You know what I thought was funny about this is, who doesn't need a haircut right now? Everybody. But you have to wait to go to the hairdressers to get your haircut. But this guy needs a haircut. So you guys can get your scissors out and give him a little trim. Look at that. And then when his hair gets longer, because it'll keep growing, you can give him another haircut. Oh, let's get his bangs. His bangs are long. All right, so you can have fun. Whoop! Cutting your little hair, cutting your little guy's hair. It's kind of messy, but it is fun. So it'll keep growing if you give it some more water. Put it in the window, and then in about another week, you can give it another haircut. All right, we'll see you tomorrow at Zoom. I want you to show me your magic picture that you made today. And I also want you to think of something fun that we can plant in the garden that you would like to eat when we get back to school in the fall. We can't plant pizza, right? No. We can't plant cookies. No. All right, so think of something we can plant, and Mrs. Bell will put it in the garden for you, okay? All right, see you tomorrow at Zoom. Bye.